Now, Animal Crossing comes bundled with the new 3DS. It's actually called Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. I've been around the office calling it Animal Crossing House Arrest because I thought that you couldn't leave your house in that game. So I thought it was sort of like a Lindsay Lohan, furniture rearranging simulator, where occasionally she gets a call from Disney, and they're like, "Absolutely not! You will not be in Herbie the Love Bug 3."
I got a picture of this cute dog. It looks like it doesn't. What's that dog's name? What's the name of the dog?
That's Isabel.
Isabel doesn't. Yeah. Normally she's got a little body, but it looks like she's just a regular dog poking out of a picnic basket.
I actually want to tell a quick story. That one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me here at IGN was it was during E3, and I was looking at a lineup of all the Animal Crossing amiibo, and which are all different characters. And the good thing about Animal Crossing, as you can see, is the first word is animal, not dog. There's a lot of different creatures in that game. And Naomi Kyle, host of the Daily Fix, very wonderful woman, came up behind me and she said, "Who are all these dogs?"
They all do look like dogs.
They all do look like dogs.
They look like weird, colorful dogs made of different kinds of candy.
But Max, you've never played an Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, I've kind of been. I was always sort of just not. I didn't get it, you know. Like I didn't really. It was one of those things. I never knew anybody who had it. I never knew anyone who was really crazy into it.
Does this not look like the most fun thing in the world to you? Like what's going on?
I can't tell enough of what's going on there to kind of.
Fedora detective guy showing up and interrogating
one of my
animals?
favorite things in life is when people explain stuff to me that I don't really understand, but they manage to kind of just boil it down.
Yep.
Like I had a friend who once gave me a rundown of every single Planet of the Apes movie, but like he really just summed it up, and he's like, "So the seventh one, they form a monkey congress," and I'm like, "Really?" And it's like I don't have to.
That's really amazing because those get very convoluted.
Yeah, like he summarized them all really quick, like rapid fire. And it was like, it made it more digestible and it made it interesting. And I realized that if I sat down and tried to watch them, it wouldn't work so much. Animal Crossing is kind of a similar way where you have to go through some cutesy tutorials and you got to kind of really invest some time into it. But you tell me these stories about it that make me want to just get in there.
That's right.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about what Animal Crossing is about?
Here we go. It's completely unscripted. I'm going to do this off the top of my head. Here's what Animal Crossing is. Animal Crossing begins with a boy or a girl on a train. And the first thing that happens to you on this train that no one else is on but you is that a cat comes up to you with no face. Now a cat will come up to you and talk to you and say to you, who are you? Where are you coming from? And you basically start telling him, I'm moving to this town. And he goes, what's the name of the town? And then you make up the name of the town on the fly. So you can just be like, I'm going to Buttville. And then you start going to, he goes, oh, Buttville, that's the next stop. Which is basically like a fever dream. So then he goes, are you happy about this? Are you glad or whatever? And the way you answer those questions develop your personality, which also develops the way your face looks. And your face could look like this happy guy, or you could look like a nightmare drowsy boy like mine always does. So then you get to this town, right? The second you get there, this raccoon comes up to you, and he's real feral looking, real gross. He's got an apron on. And he goes, hey man, do you want to live in this town or what? And you go, absolutely. And he goes, cool, I got this crappy little shanty over here that I want you to live in. So you go into it, you walk out, and you go, that's pretty cool. And he goes, all right, awesome. You owe me $500,000. And you go, that's crazy. And he goes, okay, you get a job with me, you come work at my place, we'll work this out. You go to his place, you start planting flowers, and you go door to door in people's houses to towns. In the town, there's all these different homes, and there's people with animals. They live inside the homes, and they can talk. So the problem is, it's a 24-hour clock. So anytime you play the game, it's that time in real life. So if you play in the middle of the night, nobody's up. So you go up to this Betty's house, and she's this purple, hippopotamus. You knock on her door. You go, yo, Betty, what's up? Wake up. Get up, Betty. I'm trying to talk to you right now. Betty, open your damn door. And Betty opens up the door, and she goes, what the hell do you want? It's the middle of the night. And you go, you got any furniture? And she goes, yeah, I got this couch. Get out of here. So she gives you a couch. You take it back. You put it in your house. By now, you're selling furniture. You're selling seashells. You're finding plants and bugs. You're just pawning all this stuff out, right? You're like Bubbles on the wire, right? You're just getting in and getting all that copper wire and just making money off of it. Really take care of the whole thing. Then you take this money, you bring it back to Tom Nook, the raccoon, and his store that he works at gets bigger and bigger. Eventually, it becomes a 7-Eleven. Then it becomes a department store. When it gets to be 2 floors, he hires 2 children, illegally, his nephews, Timmy and Tommy, and they come in, they work the place while he's out there making money, getting that Skrilla, getting that paper. So you get money, you sell things to him, your house gets bigger and bigger. Eventually, you become the mayor. You run the town. Every animal in the entire town has to wake up when you knock on their doors. They got to listen to you. If you don't like them, you go up to them and you hit them in the head with a net. You put potholes in the floor and you push them into it. You get them real hurt, you beat the crap out of them, you steal their furniture, you steal their money, you take over the town, and you become the animal king of Animal Crossing. And that's how Animal Crossing works.